Hi Stampers, it's Fiona Whitehead here again today. It's a grey old day here in the UK. We had that gorgeous weather and now it's all gone dark on us and miserable and cold. Although the gardens need rain, we don't. I'm just about to do a load of cards that I'm sending off for a swap, and I thought, well, while I'm doing them, I might as well film them because it's another idea for you, and I'm touching on using the framelits, the lovely new set Colourful Seasons, and a little bit of clear embossing. So this is my card. So I've got quite a few to make, so let's get going. And to save time, I have cut out all my images already. So I've stamped this gorgeous little deck chair. It's just so so cute, isn't it? Can you tell what colour I've done? Yeah, it's the lemon lime twist. Told you it's going to be my favourite. You're going to be sick of seeing it from me, so I'm going to have to try and do a different colour. But for now, I'm not sick of it yet, and I hope you're not either. It's just glorious. And like I say, it just reminds me of chocolate limes. And I just think it looks so lovely in this deck chair. And maybe it's just because it's so dark outside. I'm thinking it looks really, really summery. So I've gone ahead and done those, and that's just going to pop on the cards. Just Whisper White cardstock, standard size. And then I'm just playing with some of the flowers, and I've got the new powder pink. And some of these pretty little flowers from here. So I'm just literally going to just stamp. I'm going to keep my little image there just so I know roughly where my flowers are going to go. And just stamp away. Just do a few like that. And they have the little double stamping images, you know, for the little stamens that go inside. I quite like those. I'm going to do those in the other new one, which is Fresh Fig. And this powder pink is so delicate. Look, if you want a nice pale pink, you don't have to stamp it off afterwards, in case that's what you were thinking you might want to do. But that is just the colour of it when you directly stamp. So very, very pale. Lovely. So let's just grab a few of these little stameny things and some of the Fresh Fig. Now this one I am going to stamp off because I don't want them quite that dark. So I'm going to take that off now for now and just pop them in there like that. There you go. Stamp that one off and one more. This looks like a little fleur-de-lis, which is French flower, but also the Welsh flower, because I'm Welsh, just in case you didn't know. There we go. Although I live in England. Right, I'm just going to pop that on there. One more, stamp off, and then one more, stamp off. There, quite simple. Simple but effective. Now, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to clear emboss. Now, that's using some of our clear embossing paper. I always run my little embossing buddy over where I'm going to emboss first. That just stops any static and it ensures that your embossing powder goes where you want it to go and doesn't go anywhere else. And I've got my clear embossing powder here, which I've had for quite a long time. It's an old Stampin' Up one. I've got my little piece of scrap paper. I don't have one of the little fancy trays. I just use a bit of scrap paper. And I've got my Versamark. This is an old Versamark. I want to show you that even if they look a bit grey and miserable, you can still carry on using them. They are still perfectly usable. So first off, for doing your clear embossing, in case you haven't done it before, clear embossing will emboss in whatever colour you want it to be embossed in. So it means you don't have to have the embossing inks in the colour that you want, which is just very, very clever. So I'm going to do this in, yeah, you guessed it, the lemon lime twist. So I first off stamp my stamp into my Versamark, then onto my ink of choice. And then stamp. Now, you know, you could leave it there. It's perfectly fine. And sometimes what you find as well is another little tip for you. If your ink is starting to look a little bit dry, if you put your stamp into the Versamark first and then ink it, that gives your stamp a new lease of life. The other thing that Versamark is good for is actually conditioning your stamps. So just every now and again, just pop them into the Versamark. It just helps to condition them. So that's Versamark for you. Right, just going to sprinkle my powder onto here. Now, I should have done his one I did earlier because my heaty tool is over the other side of my room and my lead won't stretch to where I have to stamp. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to go off camera just for a few minutes. So while I'm off, I'll just let you have a little look at that one. That's the card we're supposed to be doing. And you'll hear me just pop over here and just run the heaty tool over where we've embossed the powder. Thanks, you see, it doesn't take long. And if you're a demonstrator and you're looking for a wow factor for a class, for people who've never stamped before, when they do the embossing, you really do get that wow factor. People just love seeing it come and come alive and bounce up, and it's just lovely. So that's quite simple. We're just going to fix on our deck chair like that. Quite simple. And then add one of the lovely little embossing dots just on the, going to put this little green one onto that little full stop there. And there we go, a really simple card, and I hope you enjoyed it and you make some. Thank you, bye.